I'm Cynthia Scott, your host for this segment of Monmouth in Focus. We are talking with Freeholder Deputy Director Serena Damaso and Eileen Higgins, the Director of the Monmouth County Division of Workforce Development. Thank you both for joining us once again here on Monmouth in Focus.
Thank you very much.
The division offers services directly to workers and also helps businesses, and that's what this segment's going to focus on, the business side of things, the more public side of things. So let's start again by talking about the One-Stop Career Center and how important that is to job seekers.
Well, it's extremely important because it gives people the opportunity to go to one place to learn all the skills they might need or to find the job they're looking for. Under Eileen's guidance, the staff members there have, welcome people when they come in and walk them through whatever their path in life has taken them.
Mm-hmm. So it could be people who are looking for their first job, recent college grads, recent high school grads, or people that have been in the workforce who have recently been laid off, looking for a career change, whatever it may be. Correct, Eileen?
Yes, yes. And it could even be employed people who are just looking to move on to something different.
Okay, so when you walk into the One-Stop Career Center, you're greeted and they say, welcome, how can we help you?
Yes, and then you can meet with a counselor who will, our employment counselors who will review your situation, your own personal, put you on a guide to your own personal connection with a job.
Mm-hmm. There are 2 locations in Monmouth County.
Yes, we're in Eatontown on 145 Wyckoff Road and in Neptune on 60 Taylor Avenue.
And the hours of operation, 8:30 to 4:30?
Yes.
And how are these One-Stop Career Centers funded?
They're funded through grants from the federal government, passed through the state, and sometimes we get private grants as well. And, Eileen does a phenomenal job in managing the funds.
Mm-hmm. And who oversees the division?
It's a county, it's a function of the county government, and I serve as the liaison on behalf of the Board of Chosen Freeholders, and the division is then overseen by the Workforce Development Board, which is called the WIB.
And the WIP consists of 36 community members?
Yes, 36 members, 51% of whom are business owners themselves.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's important because the business owners are the ones that are going to be hiring, correct?
Correct.
Right, so they'll give you the information, you can access information from them, they can get information from you as to who these job seekers are, and it's a sharing network.
Yes, it is.
Right, and Eileen's the executive director, so
Yep.
The buck stops with Eileen.
Does the WIB, have a primary function?
The WIB primarily sets the focus and the policy for how we spend our workforce dollars in the county. It sets the overview of where we would send people to training and what types of fields we would follow up with, and really what the growth industries are in the county or the region, and connect our staff with this, connecting with those kinds of skills and making sure that we're training our workforce for the jobs that really exist here.
Superstorm Sandy obviously just played such a huge role in Monmouth County, had such an impact on people. Were you able to utilize the WIB in an effort to create jobs or help people get jobs?
We were actually. There was some grant money awarded to the WIB, and we were able to place people, skilled workers and secretarial staff, in the municipalities as they needed it. I know our OEM department used some people, Seabright, lots of the communities took advantage of the skilled labor and the secretarial help so that they can move forward and get themselves back on their feet quicker than normal, quicker than they needed to.
As a result of the storm, did you also see an increase in people who lost their jobs because of the destruction and devastation that this storm had on us?
Yes, we have a big hospitality work jobs here in the county, and certainly the number of them are affected very deeply on the coast, the coastline itself.
So basically, your staff at the WIB has been changed a little bit in recent years because the economy has changed. I mean, they must be busier, they must be looking for new initiatives.
Yes, they certainly are, and we've added workshops. really connecting people with jobs. In the past, we primarily sent everyone to training. Training is an option if that's what someone needs, but we're finding most people we have a very highly skilled workforce in Monmouth County, and we've focused more with working with businesses to connect them with jobs and supplying some incentives for businesses to hire people who've been unemployed, and then also to be able to provide some training dollars to the businesses to get their staff members skilled, which can create new entry-level positions as they move their own staff up the ladder within the industry.
Have you seen the face of the job seeker change throughout the years? People that, have been in the workforce for many, many years and recently laid off, maybe something that you haven't seen too much of in the past?
We're definitely seeing a more skilled client coming in to use our services. People who have degrees, master's level, even degrees, who are coming in and using our services. We're definitely seeing older, more seasoned staffed employees looking for help.
We're dealing with the closure of the fort still, and prior to that, the closure of the Lucent building in Homedale Township, which, at one time had 6,000 employees. So those people needed to go somewhere, and luckily we have the Workforce Investment Board and the One-Stop Career Centers that can offer the help that these people who have worked there probably their whole lives, and get retrained or whatever they need.
Sometimes these jobs aren't, exactly what they're looking for, but again, it's a job. There are jobs out there. This is, this interview is a prime example of that there is help out there. There are jobs out there that people can seek, like you said, who have experience, who even have master's degrees. I mean, there might be a job comparable for them, correct?
Yes, and one of the changes we really focused on in the last couple of years has been to change from putting somebody into a job and more looking at their skills and matching their skills. So if they have a certain skill level and they've always done a certain job, they might not think to look in another field where those skills would still be useful, transferable.
Right.
So really exposing them to some other industries that their skills could be used.
What types of industries do you primarily deal with?
We're primarily still financial, the hospitality, retail and hospitality, and certainly healthcare.
Okay, yeah, very important.
Yes.
And you recently had a award ceremony.
Yes, we did, and we give out awards to partners that help the WIB. They fund scholarships for people who need to go back to Brookdale but maybe don't have the dollars for it, or just maybe need an extra course or two. And we give out awards in the government. Most recently, we gave the award in government to Commissioner Hal Worth from the Labor Board. Our education award went to Barry Semple, who has dedicated his life to secondary education and adult education, and fabulous man. Our business award went to Solar City, who has been a fantastic partner in helping us. Everybody's going green these days, so in helping us employ people. The Community Asbury Park Development Committee, their initiative, that's a phenomenal program as well, and that's funded with our help and run by the mayor there and a couple other people, and that just takes students and residents of Asbury Park and gives them an opportunity to be trained and learn. They have programs like Go for the Gold, and they have a Cooler Cafe, which they're teaching them how to be in the hospitality industry. And our last award went to Eric Hotelling, who was from organized labor, and he's with the electrical union, and he did a great job helping us get skilled laborers, especially in the aftermath of Superstorm Sandy.
Sure.
So it's those events and the other luncheon we have celebrating the graduates of our program who have gotten jobs and have done who are the people who you do this for,
Right.
And really make you smile in the morning.
Well, exactly, and I would imagine that's the most gratifying part of the job. There's so much hard work goes into that, but when you see somebody saying, I got a job, I'm happy, I'm supporting my family, it's got to be all worthwhile, right, Eileen?
Yes, it is.
Eileen, tell us a little bit about your background, how long you've been doing this for.
I've worked for the county for about 4.5 years, and prior to that, I worked for I ran a small nonprofit home for homeless women. So I first worked with this population, the population of TANF clients, welfare recipients, and tried to connect them with jobs, and then a position opened up in the county, and I took it, and they took me.
So your former job kind of laid the groundwork, in a sense, for this larger job, correct?
Yes, it did.
And it was where Eileen and I actually first met. She ran a program, invited some area mayors, I was mayor at the time, to come and help teach these young moms how to cook.
Wow.
And we held it at a area store, and it was a great day.
And here you are today.
Yep, and Eileen has brought that same thinking into the food bank has a program like that, the Cooler Cafe, as I talked to earlier, about teaching the skill set to be able to survive on your own, so to speak.
Absolutely. It's so important.
Yes.
So important. Eileen, how have you seen, I mean, you said you've been here for 4.5 years. How have you seen things change throughout those years, particularly with the economy?
Well, we've certainly hit the recession about the time I started working for the county.
Lucky you.
Yeah. But we are seeing a turnaround. We are seeing businesses who are looking to hire. We've seen more skilled workers coming in to use our services. We've expanded our services to work with the clients that we're seeing come in. And again, to connect with businesses, to focus on seeing what businesses need as opposed to just training people in the area we thought there were jobs or in skills that we thought they need, but to really go to businesses and find out what they're hiring and looking for.
Right, and that's so important. And again, it's important to make the point that, you know, you're out and about and you hear people saying there are no jobs out there. I can't find the job. There's nowhere to look. How do I start? You know, I'll apply online and then never hear back from anyone. So this is hope.
Absolutely.
You know, this is an opportunity for people to take advantage of the One Stop Career Center and see what's out there for them, because even the job fairs, the businesses that show up at these job fairs, the industries that show up, have openings.
Correct.
Okay.
So, and that's one of the things the Workforce Investment Board is really focusing on. Where are we going? And making sure that we move our community forward and give the best workforce possible to the employers, so that we will grow economically and be a better place to live.
Excellent point. All right, ladies, thank you both so much for joining us here today on Monmouth in Focus. Some great initiatives here, a great effort, and I wish you so much success in the future.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That is all the time we have for this segment of Monmouth in Focus. For more information, you can go to the website, www.visitmonmouth.com. I'm Cynthia Scott. Have a great day, everyone.